We're gonna walk through one of the, these are two build-to-rents that we're doing on Perry Street. And so this is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,400 and I think 40 square foot build-to-rent. So these are being built specifically for rental properties. These are ones we're doing for a turnkey customer. So we're gonna build them, they're gonna place tenants in them, and then they'll sell them to an investor client and continue the management on them. No, on these houses we pay for it. On that big commercial one, I think the sub's paying for it. The porta potties have gotten more expensive, I guess, from inflation. They were like 96 bucks a month a couple years ago, and they're like 120 a month now. Getting ready to pour concrete, I think, today. So they've got the driveway or the parking pads formed up. These don't have garages, so it'll just be the parking pad. Come on in. Now, Ben, I think the last time we were in here, they were just starting to put the sheetrock up. So it looks like they've got all the sheetrock obviously has been finished, trim is in, cabinets are in, it's been fully painted. It looks like they've even started trimming out the HVAC on it. So we're kind of on the final home stretch here. Like I said, they're pouring concrete today, and then they'll be starting to grade out the yard, and the trades will be coming in to finish once the countertops go on. No, I mean, I think they're all different. The one we're working with right now, luckily, is a little bit more concerned about quality than some of the other ones. So one thing we're doing in this house, the per square foot on this house is smaller for a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, but we did 9-foot ceilings in here. We've built other build-to-rents where they were even smaller 4-bedrooms with 8-foot ceilings, and they feel tiny. At least with these taller ceilings, they feel a little bit nicer, and it's not a lot more expensive. Other than that, it's just we want to make them as nice as possible, but keep them as cost effective as possible. So we're trying to do nice trim, but we're not going ultra high-end trim like we do in a custom house or something like that. Same thing, we're doing nice kitchen cabinets, but we're going to do more of a builder's grade granite countertop. So we'll still do stone countertops, but they're going to be builder's grade, not a higher end quartz like you would see in our spec homes. Other than that, for us, a lot of it's just trying to keep them as similar as possible so that the subcontractors get, we're building, I don't even know, 7 or 8 of this same exact house right now. And so it gets it so they all know what they're doing when they get here, and it just makes them move a lot quicker. And it's starting to save us a little bit of money. I know the painters, I think, charge us a little bit less on these than what they would normally charge or what we budgeted for, because we're doing 8 of them right here in this little pocket, and they get to paint one after another, and then the same kind of house. It's nothing uber fancy. So some of those similarities just makes it faster and a little bit more cost effective. Not drastically, but a little bit.
Cool. Let's check out master.
Yeah. Well, we got to find it, Ben. I don't know where it's at. Hall bath, 2 bedrooms, and then this is the master right here. Again, so it's 4-bedroom, 2-bath, only 1,400 square foot. So it's a smaller square foot house for 4 bedrooms, but they're nice sized bedrooms. I mean, they're not ginormous, but they're not tiny. We've built this exact same floor plan, but 1,200 square feet, so it's smaller. That smaller version feels really, really tight to me. We're probably gonna build some more of them just in neighborhoods where that makes more sense. But if I had my choice, I really like this one. I think the size, and bedroom count is a good combination. We've done the 3-2s as well. I mean, I think there's a lot of them. That's kind of like I would say that's the number one staple when investors are looking at 3-2s. It's just we're mixing it up and trying to put some 4s into the market. I bet if you looked on Zillow right now, there's a ton of 3-bedroom, 2-baths that are available. And so just giving some options for the 4-2. We're designing right now, we're gonna be building a lot of duplexes on similar lots that are 3-2s. On each side, and we're building some townhomes down right now that are 3-2 townhomes, and so we're doing both. I like both. It's just I think that for the same size square footage, the same cost, the 4-2 might rent a little bit faster at the same price point. So if these are, say, they're $19.95, if this is $19.95 and we have a 3-2 next door that's also $19.95, I think we'll probably rent the 4-2 faster at that price point. Whenever we build something to sell it, we want to at least have the option, at least right now, we want to have the option to rent it as well. But if we're leaning towards selling the property, sometimes we'll spend a little bit more money on the front end and do like custom, walk-in shower in the master, and then maybe a tub tile combo in the hall bath, or a tub tile combo in the hall bath. But these ones we know we're building them as build to rent, and it's important that we keep them as cost effective as possible. So we're just doing the tub shower inserts in both bathrooms. It's a lot cheaper.
On days when you're doing 2 workouts, do you have like less go for like visiting job sites and having a busy day, or is it just
Man, I feel good right now, but by 7, 8 o'clock at night, I'm definitely that's when I'm feeling it. I'm hungry right now, but other than that, I feel energy-wise, I feel good. But it's just at the end of the day, it starts to it compounds.
honestly pretty good size?
They're great size for like kids' bedrooms or offices, whatever. Because you got a nice size master. These other 3 bedrooms, if you're going to use it for an office or children's bedrooms, like they're perfectly fine. I mean, when I grew up, I lived in a house with a bedroom this size or smaller. When the master bedroom is too small, you limit yourself because and we've literally had this before. I think I've got apartment units that's got not necessarily just small, but small and kind of oddly shaped bedrooms. And it's I know we probably lost a couple good tenants because they already owned a king bed and the king bed wouldn't fit comfortably in the bedroom. And so I think that's the only risk you run. One would fit fine in this master bedroom. I think if you put a king bed in this bedroom, it would be tight. And so I think as long as you have a decent sized master, it's probably not as big of a deal. And again, these higher ceilings, in my opinion, make them feel a lot bigger. If these were 8-foot ceilings, it would seem a lot smaller in here than it really is.
You're keeping these for yourself personally, or are you sticking with the 9-foot, or do you go 10?
For the build to rents, I think 9 is fine. Even honestly, I think with medium price spec homes, I think 9-foot ceilings are fine. If I was going to build a custom house for myself or somebody else, I think doing 10-foot ceilings is worth spending the money on it in that case. So we've got another potential customer who sells turnkeys, both rehabbed and new construction. So we're going to meet them here and just show them one of these so they can get a feel for what we're building. Again, there's a lot of home builders out there that are building houses for these turnkey companies. I like to think that the ones we build are a little bit nicer. Again, it may be a hair less cost effective, but I think it's negligible. And I think when you have a little bit nicer house, you get a better tenant and they're easier to sell. I personally think it's super important. I know that a lot of people, I think, especially where we're at in Central Arkansas, there's a lot of kind of slummy rental properties. And I think people really undervalue that somebody will not just pay a little bit extra, but they're going to be happier and they're going to be more likely to stay for a long time if they appreciate the place that they live in. And so I think having that little bit nicer, or in our case, sometimes a lot nicer rental properties, when you're comparing this new construction house in this older neighborhood, this is probably going to be the nicest rental property in the neighborhood. I think that goes a long way with just getting a good tenant who's going to want to stay for a long time and take care of the property. I think there's going to be a huge need for build to rents moving forward. I think there's going to be a lot of opportunity for people to buy them. I do know that the amount that are being built, a majority of them are probably being built and held. So if somebody's building an entire subdivision to build to rent, the company's going to build it and hold it. So they're not going to get the opportunity to buy it. It's going to be little one-off ones like this where a turnkey company is going to sell it. So I'd say they could reach out to us and we could put them into contact with one of the turnkey companies. Or as we're building them, if we're building, because we are going to be building some that we're selling direct or building some that we're going to hold. And so if we have ones that are available, we might be able to sell them as well.